here with SmileHoneyChild, a VR youth advocate with a nonprofit here in Horizon Worlds. I'm really excited to have her here and to talk to us more about her program and how it's been helping the youth in the metaverse, specifically in Horizon Worlds. What's up? How you doing, SmileHoneyChild?
I'm doing great. It's all smiles over here, always.
That's
I'm
awesome. That's awesome. That's beautiful. SmileHoneyChild, I'm curious from what part of, if you don't mind me asking, from what part of the United States are you coming from?
I was born and raised in Syracuse, New York, but I grew up in Knoxville, Tennessee, and now I'm in Dallas. I'm in Dallas, Texas. I'm really close to the stadium, so the AT&T Stadium in Dallas. So that's where I'm at right now, currently.
Awesome. So you're in Texas. So you're originally a New Yorker, though, right?
Yeah, I was raised in New York, Syracuse, New York. Lived in the streets, felt like it. Lived in the
I
high
gotcha.
rise. I lived in basically in poverty. It was just living in high rise buildings and bouncing back and forth through houses. We moved a lot. But yeah, we finally got stable when I moved down to Knoxville, Tennessee. Got stable, and yeah, it just went from there. Went uphill from there, but it was pretty much going downhill when I was
In New
when,
York,
yeah,
in New York.
yeah, it was going downhill.
It's pretty tough. It's tough.
Yeah,
It's tough in New York. Yeah. So you
yeah,
had a reset in Texas, and that was great for you and your family.
yeah. Most
Yeah.
definitely, it definitely changed my life. My husband, we've been married for 17 years. Well, excuse me, 18
Oh
years. We just
wow.
had an anniversary. Yeah, so
Oh,
18
happy
years.
anniversary.
Thank you so much. Yeah, 18
That's
years. So
beautiful.
we've been down here ever since. He was a police officer in Dallas. So yeah, we moved down here
Oh
for him to
wow.
pursue that.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
New opportunities. Sometimes you just got to get out of a specific
Oh yeah.
environment and in order to have new opportunities. That's awesome.
Most definitely. You have to.
Yeah, definitely. When did you actually get the Oculus?
I actually got the Oculus way back and probably I think it was last August of 2021. It was just I bought it for my son and it was more like, wanting him to do something through the summer because he's a homeschool kid. So I was like, I kind of wanted him to
Okay.
have something to do, but it the age range changed and he couldn't really get on it, and I was like, okay, well, I'll try it out because I was in like a little depression type of a state in my life. So I was like, you know what? Let me try this app called Trip.
Hey, what's going on? It's Last Girl on Earth. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button down below. We would greatly appreciate it if this has been valuable to you. If you have gained any type of curiosity about the metaverse and this is helping you understand it a bit more, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, share it with your friends, comment below, and I'll see you in the metaverse.
TRIPP. And it absolutely changed my life. Like literally, I mean, I sat on that thing every night, every day, and went through the whole thing with them meditation and things like that. So it
Yeah,
was uphill from there.
I was just about to ask, Trip is like a meditation application on
Yes.
Oculus, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is. It
yeah,
really helped my life. I mean, seriously, it just kind of helped me with my anger issues, trying to help me with, just clarity of what I was going through and yeah, it was a rough time. So yeah, that was like one of my
yeah.
things that I did with
That's
the Oculus
awesome.
headset. It wasn't even
Yeah,
about
Trip.
Horizon World.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure like no one really knew what Horizon Worlds was. Like myself, I just seen the commercials that would pop up, and it would be
Mhm.
like this girl with like this gun,
Yeah, yeah, and
and
I'm
like
like,
it looked like she was doing like laser tag. And I was like, what is this?
yeah,
I
I thought it
actually
was
started
another
off.
game.
Yeah, I started off on VR chat. That's
Oh.
how I started. Yeah, so I went through the trenches to get over here.
Say, I'm like, I
No
went on the
shade, no shade.
I went to VR chat. I was a rock. I was like,
I'm a rock.
I was like, what's up with this? It was a trip when I went over there. Now that if I would have went into the VR chat first, I would have probably been like, oh no, this is not me. But no
Yeah,
shade. But I
yeah,
was just like,
yeah. That's
I
right.
didn't know I didn't know I couldn't pick an avatar. Like I didn't know I was gonna be a rock. And then,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
turned into a carrot and I'm like, okay,
Not
yeah.
a. You went from being a rock into a
To a
carrot.
carrot, yeah. And then I
At
was
least
an
you're
inmate after that.
edible,
Yeah. Then
right?
after that, I was
You're
an
a
inmate. I said,
healthy vegetable.
I was Like,
Oh,
you
man.
really got to have an imagination to be in that world for real.
That's a
Yeah.
fact. Yeah, you do. You do. I mean, the community is interesting. Here, I would say is just, for me, is more wholesome in Horizon
Yeah.
World. Like, I feel like I'm really bonding and connecting with people.
Right.
I wasn't able to do that in VR space, VR chat, because it was like a lot of young people, like
It was.
kids, you know. So it was
Yeah.
hard to find my tribe over
Yeah,
there.
I couldn't
I would say.
connect with anyone. I was getting bullied. I was like, "Why you hitting me? I'm a carrot.
Yeah.
Like, what's up with that?"
I'm a whole carrot. You're hitting a carrot.
Like, you're a whole man over here.
You should have turned back into a rock and throw yourself.
Right. I was
Oh
like,
my goodness.
yeah, it was an experience, but it was fun though. It definitely took me out of my comfort zone. That's what I was trying to aim for, is just stepping out of my comfort zone. Because sometimes when I get comfortable in one setting, it's really hard for me to just kind of maneuver around. But in the metaverse, you can get out of your comfort zone really quick, and it just really felt like, hey, I can jump around. If I don't like it, I can get back out. It's not like I'm stuck there. That's why I love the metaverse.
Yeah, likewise, likewise. Would you say that once you were finished with your, I don't know if you still actually are active in the trip application, but is that what's like, what kind of geared you towards creating a nonprofit? Like, did it create some sort of clarity for you?
It
Let's
sure
talk a little
did.
bit more about that. Yeah.
It sure did. It definitely did. So after I started learning that, the depression was real, I had to admit that I had a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, and just not fitting in. I was a loner, felt like, because I didn't want to express my feelings to a lot of people. And it was more like I didn't want people to be invasive, in my personal space, and know all these things were happening to me, because I wanted to be normal, whatever that is. You're like normal. People want to be normal. And I'm like, I didn't feel
Gotcha.
normal inside. So when I was in trip, I noticed that, I can control those thoughts and actually get the clarity that I need, that I am, different. I might be different, but still a person. I can still walk in my truth. I can still be that person I want to be. I don't have to, conform to this world. I can live in another space in my head that it wasn't so draining, I guess, for me
Mm.
mentally. And it's because I was low self esteem, all that stuff would just get in my head when I got into crowds. So, Trip, when it started changing my life with the VR, I started noticing that this can really help other people. Like, it can really help other people. So then I started thinking, well, let me get something together for women. But this been in the making for a long time. I've always wanted a nonprofit. I just didn't know what kind of nonprofit I wanted to have. I just knew I
Got
wanted to
you.
give back, because it was just something in me that's wanting to always give back. So my nonprofit was mainly for women. It was a space for women, to come and just have like a podcast, and we can talk about things without having to be invasive. So that was the whole purpose, is to have a space where women can come and open up and it not be invasive. But when Horizon World came out, and I was like, oh my goodness, like I can have like truly a non-invasive conversation like we're having right now, and a whole nother another way of doing that. You don't have to go to a therapist. Not saying that's something you don't supposed to do. You definitely do what you need to do. But this right here, I can have that conversation with somebody, and they not like judge me or feel or look at me in a certain way, or
Right.
and it was like a comfortable space. So I was like, let me try to do this for women. But not to go into too much, and take over the show without asking you asking me questions, but
Now you
I'm
good. Tell your story. This is
I
good.
noticed when I came in here, I went to certain events and how they were treating kids. It was really bothering me. Like,
In Horizon World?
yes, yes. And I
Mm.
knew they wasn't supposed to be in here. I was like, I know they're not supposed to be in here, but how you're talking to them, it just really hit a chord with me, because
Yeah, I do
I remember
agree. I
getting, yeah,
agree.
I get bullied a lot. I got bullied a lot. And
Yeah.
I was always whatever the adults said went, and you really couldn't voice your opinion. And so I was like, I know I want to help women, but I got to help the little girl inside of me that was hurt from a long time ago, like
Mm.
my pain, because that's where it stemmed from. And I remember talking to someone, I can't remember who it was, but I was talking to them, and they were saying, well, you need to heal the little girl inside of you. You really can't help
Wow.
a grown woman when you're still trying to heal something that is from 9, 10 years old that happened. So I
Right.
was like, if I connect with youth, I feel like I can connect with that little girl inside of me, and then we grow together where I'll be able to help women later on. But right now, I just knew I couldn't help women in that headspace I was at, because this was a new healing journey for me. So I need to start from the time that I was hurt, which was 9 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
What? So when did this? When did this click? You got the Oculus in August. You started
Mhm.
on Trip, and then you got into Horizon
October.
around when? So October. Okay.
Yes, October, I started building me the healing house for women. So it took me a long time. I was building that from October to December.
Hey,
December.
listen, it's the learning curve. That's what I call it. Let me grab this really quick. Boom. There we go. So it's the learning curve, and that's fine. It took me about a month or two for my first world as well, and
This
honestly,
is before the
I
snap
need,
tool.
oh,
Yeah.
it was the struggle time.
Yeah, it was struggling. I'm talking about
Yeah,
before the
yeah, yeah,
snap
yeah.
tool. And so, yeah, that was like one of the things, but I knew I wanted to build first. I wanted to kind of get my stress out, and, really wanted to put my love into a place. And like I said, it was geared towards women until I actually started diving in and doing world hops. And I never forget, there was a world I went into, and they were just like, you need to get out of here, and, yelling at the kids. And I'm thinking, these kids are on a headset. They're not doing anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
really, truly, this headset can help somebody, because I hate for a
I
kid to
agree.
take the headset off and then
Uh-huh.
go harm themselves or get in trouble outside this metaverse. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
turn this around.
You don't want to anger the kids, man. Like I
Mm-mm.
feel like the kids have been dealing with enough, especially with the pandemic, homeschooling, and figuring that whole thing out.
School
They're not they're,
shootings.
the school shootings. Oh my goodness! In the past
Mm-hmm.
2-3 years, I'm very sure longer than that, but in the past 2-3 years, I think it's been really really hard for the youth. So,
Yeah, it has. It
treat
really
them
has.
well. My background, I did nannying for a while, and
Oh,
it was important to, like, you discipline in a gentle way. you
right,
know I feel like
right.
it worked out for me. uh you don't know what the kids are dealing with,
You really
at
don't.
home,
Yeah.
and what they're experiencing and what they're holding inside, because they don't know how to articulate it.
Right.
So
Right.
it is
Because that's
important
what
to be
happened to
gentle.
me. I didn't have
Yeah.
anybody to talk to about what I was going through. It was mainly, adults were, I wouldn't say superior, but it was whatever they said. You couldn't really, I didn't have that open door policy, I felt like, in my life, to
Mm.
go talk to adult about what was going on. Because once I did come out and I told somebody about what happened to me when I was molested and things in my home, I
Mm.
finally told somebody, and then it was like, um, it was, why didn't you say something earlier? Well, let me explain something to you. Just like
Oh
how kids
man.
are acting out, it's hard for kids to have a voice. Like, you really
Yes.
take that power away from them very early. A lot of parents don't realize it, that they do take that power away from them for them to have a voice. And so that's what hindered me from even telling anybody what had happened to me. And so I just wanted to make sure that Smile Honey Child was a place where kids can, get comfortable in the setting, have fun, and if they need someone to talk to, they can at least know that I'm there as a friend, as somebody they can open up to any point in their life. And that's what I wanted to make for Smile Honey Child. Not only to have a fun place, an educational place, but a safe haven place as well in the metaverse.
Yeah, safe haven so that the kids can open up, maybe have a
Right.
discussion, and learn how to work through whatever it is that they're
Right.
experiencing. But yeah, it's really
Right.
unfortunate. What happens to us as youth, and us being feeling powerless and not able to speak. So yeah,
Yeah.
I relate. I relate totally to that.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
so all right, so October, November, December. We're in December, and when did you open it up? Did you do like a grand opening here? Were you
no, actually.
networking in the middle of building? Like,
Yeah,
how did it
I
go
was
about? Yeah.
networking. Paige came over and asked me to
Oh,
do
Paige,
be
yeah.
the keynote, yeah, the keynote speaker for the Women in Horizon. And that's when I started this talk about the women in Horizon, and, me opening up a healing house, and, trying to have women to come together. But after that, it was like, my mission is really got to change. Like, this is, I
Mm.
didn't feel it like I felt when I saw those kids getting, talk down upon. I didn't It clicked to me when I was going my world hop, but I was still torn between helping women or helping kids. I was torn so bad. Like, I want to help women, but I'm not mentally there yet to help women. And my
Right.
board members are all males. So they really don't understand about how a woman would, how, women work and all that stuff. But they were standing behind me anyway. So they were like, hey, we just want to stand behind you as men stand behind women. But then I
Yes.
told them, I went back to the board members and I was like, I really feel like I need to step back, you guys, and just work with youth because I'm still not healed on the inside. And I feel like me talking to a woman about how to heal herself when I'm not completely healed and I don't feel that power in me, I'm a facade. Like, I can't do that. I don't know how to do that, but I do know how to empower a child. Like, I definitely know what I needed when I was growing up, and I know how I would want an adult to talk to me because I said
Mm.
it over and over again when I was being abused. Like, whenever I grow up, I'm a help kids. I'm gonna do this and that. And I even have journals where I wrote it down. I want to be able to help kids when I get older. Like, I wrote it down like many a times, but like I said, I was just torn between helping women and children. But at the end of the day, I was like, let me help a child because that's where it needs the most. They need the most help here in the metaverse.
Got you. Yeah,
Mm.
I totally understand that. Like sometimes your heart can take a different direction. And that's exactly what happened with you. And like I don't like doing anything that doesn't fulfill myself. If that's not gonna make me happy, I might have done it to a point, but if I have to make a left turn, I'm gonna make that left turn
You better
for
make it.
myself. So I totally understand. And so all right, so this happened in December. You finished up. When was the process, the whole planning for
The
the VR youth program nonprofit?
February is when I really
February of
started just to think of,
2022.
yeah, 2022 is when I really started to get back into mapping out how I wanted to go. And I still like, when you have a vision, sometimes you don't get that clear vision of how it's going to go. You just know your heart is going that way and you're going to find
Mm.
out on the way. I mean, it's like, and I trusted that I felt led to that way. I felt led to the youth, and I'm really good on my intuition. So I was like, look, I'm gonna go where my intuition, carries me, and it was to the youth, and it just fell into place. As girl, I mean, it truly fell into place.
Wow.
I met so many people, met a Rupert and T-Bot, and they were just coming in and just supporting, what I was doing and giving donations and then other people started coming in and just giving me ideas. It was truly not even me. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, it's falling into place so well. And it was so hard of a struggle to get the women group together. It was really, really a struggle. But
Mm.
honestly, like, literally everything that happened for the kids like fell into place. It was like already in line for me. I was shocked. I was like, the
Yeah.
donations coming in, the people coming to support, La Colombiana coming through, Dot. I mean, there were so many people coming out the woodworks. I can't even name them all. I feel like Beijing, Rhonda, everybody just Eltram. Gosh, I can name them all, but literally
Yeah.
it was like a list of
That
people.
support, that support
Yes.
came
And it was
heavy,
like,
yeah.
I
Well,
am
that was meant to be, it was meant to happen,
right.
like, you were meant to take that left turn, and look
Li-
at you.
Right.
Yeah,
It was already paid
exactly.
for me. I just need to look left. And I think that's where people, get confused in life because sometimes you'll doubt yourself and you just have to keep looking right, left. It's a road for you somewhere and it's paved already for you. You're just gonna have to kind of just get out of your feelings and get out of your headspace and look up. Look up because I look down a lot in my life. Look down like
Mm,
I should be doing this. I should be doing that. I'm not good at this. Whatever where I fit in. And I had to go back when I was my last episode of me wanting to commit suicide. I was like,
mm,
God, if you want me here on this earth, you're gonna have to show me my purpose. Like seriously, like now. I
beautiful,
need to
yeah,
show my purpose because I know you want me here because I've tried this suicidal attempt so many times and you have got
wow,
me through out of this. But this is I don't want to be here because people in this world are mean, they're cruel, and I just don't this is not the world for me. And literally every time I've tried, last girl, I'm still
I
here.
can I I understand. Look,
I'm trying not to cry. I'm still here.
there's a bigger mission for you. There's a bigger mission for you, you know?
Right.
And you might want to be like, yeah, I don't want to take that mission. I'm out. But God is like, I'm sorry. Yeah, but you're not done.
It's not your time. You're not, what you doing? Okay, you want me to show you what you need to do? And I did. I asked, and I screamed. I screamed so many times to the heavens, like, look, show me like where I need to go. And literally I just looked left and like everything just fell into place. I mean, people were so supportive. And then
I'm so happy for you.
SmileHoneyChild was so truly created. Thank you. Thank you.
So happy. Yeah, that's beautiful. Listen, that's a testimony right there. Like if you didn't feel that, like please stop being numb. This is real. These are real people living in these avatars in a digital space. Okay, real emotions, real experiences, and that resonated so well with me. I'm so happy that you gave yourself another chance, and you took that left turn and followed your heart, and it led you to this. Really happy and proud of you.
I'm so excited. I'm
excited too. Well,
I am.
I spoke about you in the last episode 2. And I was like, oh, I have to do a sit down. With her. Also, I was more inspired to like make sure that this gets out because now my younger cousin wanted to join Horizon, and he already started building his own world. And I was just like, yo, you got to be part of SmileHoneyChild. You know, like he's brand new in here, but he just like went for it because how he was like interested in it. I spoke about it to him in March, but when he tried it, he was just like, whatever. He just thought it was like a game. Then I casted an experience that I was having and how I was engaging with so many people. And it was Jay Dunn's Dunverse world that he just opened. And Jay Dunn's message resonated so well that my cousin was like, oh no, I'm getting in here.
Right.
I'm getting in here. Yeah. So he's 13 years old, and
and it's just building the space for them, you know, like this program that we had. I jumped out on I really did take a chance. And that's another message I want to say is like, sometimes you really do have to jump out in the water, even if you can't swim. I can't swim, so I really was jumping out in the middle of the ocean because at that time I was bringing out this youth program. Horizon World was really saying no to no youth in Horizon World, but it was just I couldn't tap into the women. Like I was like, I need to do something about these kids. And now I know they're saying no, you got to be 18 or older to get on this app, but
the kids are still coming, and they're flooding, they're flooding. Yeah, they're still coming through. Yeah.
I'm like, no. So then when I said, you know, let me go ahead and do this summer camp program, and all the funds came in, I needed $5,100. Literally, I needed $5,000. That's how much my budget is for each camp. That includes the Oculus headsets, the straps, the bags, the t-shirts, all that stuff, and snacks, because I was dealing with kids that were in foster care. So I wanted to have like snacks and gift cards for them too. So after I had the budget, I literally we raised all the money in the metaverse. I didn't raise any funds outside of the metaverse. The whole community came together and was able to donate. It was $5,200 and something dollars. I think I raised the whole
exceeded. That's amazing.
Right. Yeah. So we got that.
And just for clarity, this is your youth program is IRL and VR. So in real life and in virtual
reality.
Life. Just
yes. This is an in-person VR for youth. So we're 5 days in person at a local library. We're in Fort Worth, Dallas, Fort Worth. And so we're there for 5 days. We talk to the parents and we talk to the kids on how to use the Oculus headset, how to put it on right too, because it can hurt your neck. You know, like you have this headset
it's
on.
hurting my neck. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
I need a neck brace so it can stabilize my neck. I wrote in one of the comments on Meta or Horizon World, I was like, can you guys work on the weight of the Oculus because it's hurting my neck? Somebody commented noodle neck. I was like, you're right. I do.
I was like, I gotta make sure these kids can put it on correctly, because the parents don't really understand this technology. So in person, I was able to give them hands-on how to do this correct, and then give them straps for their headset so they can alleviate some of that pressure. So
Yeah.
all of that stuff we spent 5 days, excuse me, 2 weeks. It wasn't 5 days at that time. It was 2 weeks. Now it's 5 days, but 2 weeks in person. Every single day I took 10 Oculus headsets from my house to the library, going back and forth because I
Wow.
wanted them to complete the program, the 2 weeks in person before I gave them the headset. So I would have to transport that back and forth. And then you have to have somebody there that can watch the door like a security because you got the headset on, you don't want the kids to walk out. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was a
yeah.
lot to it, but I tell you what, it was so worth it because three of the kids, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned, they were in a foster care.
Yeah.
Um and one of the little girls, when she put the headset on, she was just so amazed. Like, but she cut herself. Like she was in foster care because her mom couldn't deal with her cutting herself and wanting to commit suicide. But I tell you
Mm.
what, like last girl, every time she came into our summer camp, she was so happy to be there. She put
Oh,
that headset on. She went into the world. She had so much fun. Um, and my summer camp was like 3 days a week and then 3 days the next week. But that weekend, after those 3 days, I had her. That followed that weekend, she ended up doing another cut episode. And I was
oh
sitting here
no.
like, yeah, she would actually had to go back into the hospital. So she didn't complete the program. But what I was wanting to say is that if I had more time with her, if I had a 5-day program or a longer program for her, I really feel like that the Oculus would have helped her because when she was with me, she wasn't thinking about cutting. When she was with
Yeah.
us, we had a great time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just helping these kids through another different light. They can express themselves in here. They can make an avatar that looks, lavish or whatever they want to look like. And that's what she did.
Yeah.
She made her avatar have, hair out of this world. She made her avatar and she was just so happy with herself. But like I said, after she took the headset off, she went back into her environment
Yeah.
and, yeah, you never know. But I know for those moments that I had her, that she was happy and it was working. So that's the reason why I
Yeah.
kept going. Yeah.
It made a difference for her. Yeah.
Yes, it
That's
did. Yes, it
awesome.
did.
So yeah, oh man. So tell us more about the program in whole. So you do a 5-day program, and my question would be is it extended to people that are already or kids that are already in VR? Because I know you have the Oculus; those are for
Hmm.
like real life settings.
Yeah.
But is it also extended to those that are already in VR that aren't in Texas?
Yes, it is. It's definitely is, but not the in person. Like we're in person, it's really closed session. I really want the kids to get familiarized with their surroundings. So I have 10 Oculus headsets that I give out to the community, 10 kids, and so we don't really interact with anyone else in the metaverse or anyone else in Horizon. We kind of just get an understanding of how to stay safe. Get the familiar with the how to world hop, how to find educational resources. But after the
Gotcha.
5 day, after the program in person, we will split out and go to different clubs. So this time around, we had a building and scripting club with Super Janimator. There was Mike the Guru. There's a bunch of Skitter. They actually came through to help the kids. Three kids that I felt were in my in-person class that was able to script, that was ready to go to building and scripting. So only three of them were
Gotcha.
able to go. The other one stayed with me and did an educational program. And the educational program is open to anyone in the metaverse. They can come in when I have the time. It'll be for an hour or 2 hours, and they can come in and just join us and we go world hop. There's no restriction. Just the building and the scripting portion you have to be invited to because we really want kids to be, serious about that, really wanting to
Yeah.
learn. And so we really do send invites out for that group. But this fall, we're going to be adding more camps and more kids from the in person metaverse can come and join. So, yeah,
Wow.
that's what we're
Yeah.
looking for in the future.
I see there's a lot of people lending a helping hand in your
Hmm.
program. I'm very familiar with Mike the Guru. Mike the Guru actually helped me with my first build. So yeah,
He's
I'm very
awesome.
grateful for. He's very talented,
Yes, he
very
is.
very talented. Oh my god, I
Yes,
love
he is.
his eye. Like he's all about details, and I tutoring wise, I'm very sure like he's doing phenomenal. You know,
Yeah,
like
he's really
yeah,
good. He was
and he
helping
has great
another.
patience.
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
Like him,
yeah.
he was working with Gamer. There's a kid in here that's actually in VR.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Gamer,
yeah.
Gamer's good, and so we needed somebody to challenge him, and Mike the Guru was able to kind of help him out in certain areas. So yeah, there's a lot of kids inside the metaverse that we want to welcome for the fall to come in and join us. We'll post the times
Yeah.
on our Instagram page, and yeah, they can just come in anytime that we have a camp open. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll be posting more information down below. So check that out. If you're interested in having your kids in here, or if you're a kid yourself watching, get more information down below for SmileHoneyChild. Another question. What's the next goal for you with the
Oh,
youth
wow.
program?
We're going to
Yeah. What are
keep
you looking
adding
forward
on
to?
clubs. Yeah, we're
More
going to keep
clubs.
adding on clubs. So in the fall, we're adding 2 clubs. We're going to have the gamer and VR club for the kids. We'll have, of course, the building and scripting club that can be invite only. And then we're going to have another club that's going to be our business and design, which Eltram and Meta Rupert is going to be the teachers for that. And our gamer in VR is going to be held with a guy that's in Atlanta. He has a company called We Are VR Leaders and Gaming
Mm,
for Greatness. So they're coming aboard to teach the gaming, how you can play Fortnite with your Oculus, how you can do different things other than just Horizon World. You kind of can build your own game. So he'll be helping
yeah.
the kids in that. But his class is going to be, if we get all the funding that we're hoping for, which I know is coming, it's just his class will be in person too, and he'll be traveling. So he'll start in Knoxville, Tennessee. He'll have the gaming and VR class, kind of like I have in Dallas. So he have a
Right.
5-day program in Knoxville, and he'll go to Mississippi and different areas. And I'll be traveling as well, going to different areas and having 5-day programs, bringing kids in the metaverse, and then splitting them out to these different clubs. So that'll be the fall, but in the winter, we're going to add music classes. We're going to have Spanish. La Colombiana, she's going to teach the Spanish class. And so hopefully by the end of the year, we're going to have a whole Metaverse Youth University.
Oh wow. I
Yeah.
love that idea. I
Yeah.
love that idea. And the support is real. I'm really, really happy about this. I seen on your post on Instagram that you got was it a partnership or a donation from
I
Unity?
did. Yes. Yes. Let's talk about that one.
Go ahead.
Yes. I was so happy. I was so stoked about that. I was hoping that they come aboard. Actually, they are going to donate 5 Oculus headsets to our program, and then also give us the support and the educational support that we need. So for our gamer and VR club, they can work closely with them to, help them with the gaming aspects, the programs that they need to help the kids, get up and running with the gaming portion. Because that's what we want. We want the kids to give back to the platform, not only to be in here to play around and have fun, which is also cool, but we
Right.
want them to learn some type of tool to give back to the platform. So that's why we're having
Yeah.
these different clubs, either, in the educational world or giving back to the platform by building and scripting or doing some type of gaming. Yeah.
Yeah. It develops their skill set too, because it's all about gaming, and the future is looking
Right.
like it's gonna get more and more into the metaverse. So what you're doing
Right.
is absolutely phenomenal, and I'm happy that Unity uh joined you and was like,
Yeah,
oh, let
and
me add on
Walmart
to the
too.
cause.
Walmart joined us too.
Walmart.
I have Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
You know, I love me some Walmart. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yes, Walmart
It's
has
very
came through
clutch. Yeah.
too. Yes,
Shout
I'm
out
so
to
excited about
Walmart.
that. Yeah,
Very
shout
nice.
out to Walmart. They have been a
And
great
Unity.
supporter.
We appreciate
Yeah,
you. That's
definitely.
love.
These are the 2 companies that have been amazing to come
That's
aboard for the fall.
amazing.
So I just see it just keep rolling, and hopefully, and I want to be paid positions for to create jobs for the creators in here. So if you have a
Yes.
teaching background, I really wanted to create some jobs in here as well. It's just not all about volunteering. We do like volunteers though. We love you.
Yes, we do.
but I do want to have some definite roles in here where they can actually like La Colombiana. I want her to teach the Spanish, and I do want it to be a paid position. I really want her
Yeah.
to be able to teach within the metaverse, and that's what we want to do: create jobs as well to help creators as well.
That's amazing. Smile Honey Child, thank you so much for sitting down at the sit down table and having a conversation and telling us all your story and how you came from one place to another, from A to B, and how you got through all the hurdles in the middle. Really, really appreciate it. Listen,
Thank you.
if you're a company, if you're a brand and you'd like to partner up or donate to Smile Honey Child, the information will be linked down below. Please check that out. And if you're a volunteer, if you'd like to volunteer, you can also hit up SmileHoneyChild and get things situated. She's doing an amazing thing here in Horizon World and in the metaverse. I know she's expanding out into alt space as well, and I look
Yeah.
forward to that development. So yeah, just be on the lookout. I'm very sure there's going to be a part 2 with SmileHoneyChild because we got to get an update. But I appreciate you. Do you have any information you want to give to the audience? Websites,
Yeah, my
socials? Yeah.
website. Yes, all handles is Smile Honey Child, LinkedIn, Smile Honey Child, even on Facebook and Instagram as well. Check out our website for all the upcoming events. We'll be posting those. If you are a kid inside the metaverse, we'll post the times and the dates on our website at www.smilehoneychild.org. And if you have any questions, email us info@smilehoneychild.org. All right. It's been
Nice.
fun. I
Well,
like this
thank you so
show.
much. Absolutely. You know what it is. All right. I'll check you on the next one. And remember, love each other.
And Smile
Bye.
Honey Child.